Hey, what's up, y'all? And well, it is time to update the top 25. Uh, so we're going to start out with the top, get the first nine. So 25 through 17. All right, so first we'll do a few honorable mentions or a few others receiving votes, not really in any particular order. We do have Washington State. Let's see, Pitt, BYU. Let's see, Iowa State. Let's see, Michigan State. Let's see who else is undefeated. Yeah, yeah, teams like that. So, anyway, teams that I thought about putting in, but they didn't quite make the cut. So, because this is a top 25 and not a top 30. So, anyway, so start out with number 25. I do have NIU in this spot again. Yes, I had to rank NIU after their win over Notre Dame, who was a top 10 team at the time. But we still don't know if NIU is legit yet. I mean, they were on a bye week last week, so I mean, this week they got Buffalo, and then the week after that they do play NC State. Can you get another win against the Power Four? All right. Next up at number 24, I do have Indiana, and Indiana's 3-0. They blew out UCLA last week. Went out to the West Coast and just clobbered UCLA. This week they got Charlotte, so they're about to be 4-0. And yeah, Indiana has looked a lot better than I thought they would. So I guess sometimes a new coach can make all the difference. All right, so next up at number 23, we do have Nebraska. In the last week, they played Northern Iowa. Yeah, they just steamrolled Northern Iowa. So, yeah, Dylan Raiola has looked good. Now, of course, this week Nebraska does play Illinois. Yes, and this will really be their first real test. And now Indiana and Nebraska. Right now, it looks like those two teams, could be on the collision course for an unbeaten matchup. I mean, they could both are probably gonna be 6-0 when that game comes around. Anyway, next we do have At number 22, I do have Syracuse. I did move them up 2 places after the teams in front of them lost. It was Boston College and I forget who the other team was that I had in here. Yes, it was. Oh yeah, Arizona. That's right. Arizona got blown out by Kansas State. Yes, and Boston College lost to Missouri. So I moved Syracuse and Illinois, both of them up 2 spots. Syracuse was on a bye last week, and Illinois played Central Michigan. All right, so now at number 20 is where I have Michigan. I actually did jump Notre Dame ahead of Michigan. I mean, after Michigan struggled with Arkansas State. And now this week, Michigan hosts Southern Cal. And I mean, Michigan's offense. I mean, Michigan's quarterback play. I mean, it's just been trash. So I mean, yes, Michigan is in big trouble right now. All right, so I did move Notre Dame ahead of Michigan. I mean, after they just absolutely obliterated Purdue. It was like what, it was like 66-7. So yeah, that's how you bounce back after a loss to NIU. Anyway, yeah, this week they play Miami of Ohio. Okay, let's see. At number 18, I do have LSU. I left them where they were. I mean, after they beat South Carolina by 3 points. I mean, after being assisted by some ref ball. Anyways, so now next up I do have, well, I did sort of, yeah, okay, so we got Oklahoma 16, Oklahoma 17, right? They did beat Tulane last week, and this week they host Tennessee. So yeah, we're gonna find out a lot more about Oklahoma. Anyway, this will be their first SEC game. So as a member of the SEC. All right, so next up we got Oklahoma State. I left them where they were after they destroyed Tulsa. Yeah, that game was at Tulsa too. And now this week they got a big game against Utah. Anyway, next up we got at number 15 we have Louisville. Anyway, yeah, so I do. Anyway, hold on, I'm getting okay. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So now we need to put up the next 8. So that's 16 through 9. And anyway, so Clemson, USC, and Louisville. I did move down one spot, and I had Kansas State jumping ahead of those three teams after Kansas State blew out Arizona. So that was a statement win for K-State. So that's why I jumped Kansas State up to number 12. And then they do play at BYU this week. Sort of a trap game, looking to avoid a letdown. And anyway, so now Louisville at 15. Yes, they were off last week. They play Georgia Tech this week, so they're finally going to play someone. Finally, going to be tested. We're going to find out if Louisville is legit. So, number 14, we do have Southern Cal. They're coming off a bye week. Now this week they play at Michigan. Let's see, number 13, we do have Clemson. Off last week, this week, hosting NC State. First conference game. Okay, so now number 11 is where I did put Utah. I didn't move them anywhere, up or down. I mean, they did beat Utah State. I mean, that is a rivalry game. It was on the road. We're at 17-point win. So not really impressive, but, no reason to drop them either. They got a big game at Oklahoma State, so we're going to find out. So we're going to learn a lot from that game. Number 10, we do have Penn State. They were on a bye week, so I really didn't have any reason to move them up or down. That the last time we saw them play was when they almost lost to Bowling Green. And I mean, I did move them down from 7 to 10. So anyway, this week they play Kent State. So looking to bounce back and looking for some redemption. Anyway, next we got number 9. We got Mizzou. And sorry, I had to rub my eye. And yeah, do I have Missouri and Penn State ranked too high? Maybe. Let's see, Mizzou host Vandy this week. Okay, so now let's put up the top 8. Okay, so at number 8, we got Miami. I did bump them down 2 spots. They were at number 6. Now they're at number 8, not because of anything they did wrong. I mean, they absolutely obliterated Ball State. I mean, next week they got South Florida. And then after that, they do host Virginia Tech. So next week, we'll finally see Miami play a real team. Anyway, number 7, I do have Oregon. Let's see, guess Mizzou I did dropped down from number 7 to number 9 after they barely beat Boston College. Anyways, number 7 to Oregon. I think I had them at number 9 last week, but they finally, got their crap together and just absolutely steamrolled Oregon State. Yes, there's the Oregon that we've been waiting to see. This week they're off, but then next week they do play UCLA. All right, so now number 6, I do have Alabama. I did move them up from the number 8 spot I had them in last week. I did drop them down last week after struggling with South Florida. But, I mean, they did have a bounce back game, a get right game against Wisconsin. And I mean, they just mollywopped them, so. Anyway, they're off this week. Next week, they do host Georgia. All right, now we got number 5. We do Ohio State. I did drop them down 2 places because, I mean, they really haven't played anyone. You've played two MAC teams and a bye week. I mean that's not really your fault. I mean that your schedule is set up this way with 3 nobodies to start the season. But I mean I do know that the conference makes the schedules, so. And you would much rather see those games be spread out more, but I mean you do have control over scheduling a decent non-conference team. But anyway, yeah, so I had to move you down because Tennessee and Ole Miss have just looked so much better. Did put Tennessee number 3, Ole Miss number 4. I mean, Tennessee is averaging 60 points a game. I mean, their offense looking really unstoppable right now. And they get to, put that to the test on the road against Oklahoma. After they just beat Kent State 70-0. So, beat NC State 51-10. So. Anyway, at number 4, we do have is where I put Ole Miss after they just steamrolled Wake Forest. And then I think they're off this week, or they play somebody. I think they play like Georgia Southern. So anyway, so that should be another easy win. All right, so number 1 and number 2. Yes, I did decide to drop Georgia down a spot after we only beat Kentucky by 1 point, and I did put Texas at number 1. I mean, they do still have the big win against Michigan. Anyway, so then I dropped Georgia down to number 2 because of how our offense struggled. Now our defense has been playing very well. We still have yet to allow a touchdown. We've only given up like a total of like uh, uh, of like 18 points. So I mean defense doing pretty good. I mean it's the offense last week that what that gives me concerns, and the first half of the Clemson game. So I, I I mean we're off this week. Next week we do have the big game against Alabama. So, but anyway, yes, that is going to be it. So let me know what y'all think in the comments below, and thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all again next time.